At Dot and Company, we believe that all agencies deserve amazing account managers and that all of those account managers deserve to be supported, encouraged, and loved on. That's why we started CAM Community, a membership only for account managers. And inside, you'll gain access to the exact training we use to train our own client facing account managers, but also access to all of our SOPs, processes, and live trainings on a variety of topics. If you're an account manager, this is the place you've been waiting for. Learn more at dotandcompany.co/CAM community.
We are all about being honest over here, and I love when agency owners come to us with honest conversations as well. And they say, like, you know what? I screwed up. So we want to tell you about that story.
Welcome to the Happy Clients Podcast, brought to you by Dot and Company. Whether you're a virtual assistant, an agency owner, or a client-facing account manager, we all deal with clients. Lucky for you, client management is what we do best. Now, let's dig in, chat cam life, and have some fun along the way. Cheers to happy clients.
It's so fun. I'm going to say fun. I know the sales team has multiple calls sometimes and can really feel it out, but we know when it's a good fit and when it's not. And when we get excited about agencies, we really get excited. So we really want to dive in and make sure that this is a really good team, somebody who we can work with and are super aligned with everything that Dot & Company offers. So I think we should revisit. Let's go back to November 2022 when an agency came to us checking off all the boxes. We were excited to start matching with a client account manager, and our sales team kind of had that last check-in to make sure it was the perfect fit. And then it kind of went downhill from there. Yeah. So this individual came to us because they were looking to really optimize their account management team. And so agencies come to us because we are the known team in the agency space for account management. And so they came to us and they were really honest about what was working, what wasn't working in their agency. And the things that weren't working were client onboarding, client happiness, retention, and they were churning clients. And so they decided, you know what, we need to bring in an account manager. And we were, like Katie said, going through the process. And at the end of the day, they decided, you know what, I feel like we need a full-time person on our payroll that we quote own for whatever reason. And so they decided to go out and hire their own account manager, which is totally fine because we are fractional and our model is unique. And we kind of stayed in touch over the years, but they came back last week. And here's what happened. The cat came back. So we see them pop up again in our very sort of robust sales pipeline. And we're excited to chat with them again and hop on a call with the sales team. And, you know, we're eager beavers. What happened? Why are we here again? And long story short, their hire did not work out. So although we know that we are the cream of the crop and we are really great client account managers, sometimes agency owners need to learn that lesson on their own. So the agency came back to us and was in the exact same place as they were 1.5 years ago. They need to elevate their client account management. They want to give their clients that extra love and support. They need to sort of revamp their internal processes, you know, the next level with project management, and make sure that they were really sort of syncing up as a solid, you know, really well-oiled machine on the agency front. And the client account manager was a huge part of that. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. So they're back, they're in our pipeline, and we're having those discussions again. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing that we see, or that we saw, especially in this situation, was that the account manager was really churning a lot of clients for them. And obviously you can't just blame an account manager for this. We don't know, you know, what the results were looking like or what the systems looked like. But like Katie said, it was a year and a half, right? So it was a year and a half of trying to figure out the problems. And it was a year and a half of lost clients, of lost opportunities, lost revenue, stunting their growth, frustration, trying to manage these people. And they came back and this is what they said. They said, I wish if I could go back a year and a half ago, I would have just hired you guys. And that broke our hearts because we understand how frustrating that could be.
But I think it just comes back to what else is going on within your business that you may not be paying attention to in the right way, right? Is it you think you can just do everything yourself? It's just like your clients, right? If you are a marketing agency and you have clients come to you to build a website, well, they could go and try and build their own website and take a year and a half and it might look like garbage and not convert. But if they would have just hired you from the beginning, what would that look like? And so I think as agency owners, we need to always be cognizant of what we're good at and what we're not good at, and really owning that and finding the right opportunities to help you grow. And so always remembering that when clients come to you in your agency, of showcasing your value, right? Of like, why are you known for web development? Why do your websites convert so much higher than everyone else? So that they understand that if they go out and do this on their own, it's going to take a lot more time and energy and money.
I love that point, Taylor. The problem was identified. They knew what they had to solve. But yeah, instead of sort of taking the obvious route where we are dedicated people, we know what we're doing. This is our world that we're living in every single day. Not to mention the huge team of support. And when things do happen, like churn clients, perhaps there's a team to support that. And you can kind of be a bit removed in terms of solving those problems when they come up and putting out those fires. So as an agency owner, because Dot Company kind of does have this really great team behind them. So you're right. My heart went out to this person. Of course, we want to help the agency. We want to elevate their client account management, but you have to go to the right place. And I'm continuously telling client account managers that this is our ship and like we have to steer it. We have to be the people in charge because we're the experts. You can go, I can write this story. I know what happened. You go, you find somebody, you think they're a great candidate, lots of potential. Maybe they're a bit junior, they work well on the books too, and you're excited. We're going to really go places with this person. They don't have the experience and the need that we know every account manager needs to be successful. And we do that heavy lifting here at Dot Company, so agency owners don't have to. But when things sort of don't work out according to plan, there is a little bit of wasted time, loss of effort, and that can be sort of gut punched, right to the agency owner sometimes. So we're here to help for sure, but these situations are never so happy. But I really love that this client came back to us. They're excited about Dot Company. Dot Company continues to thrive and be the leaders of client account management. So it's really great to see them back in our pipeline for sure. And I can't wait for the sales team to actually speak to this client again and to kind of dive in, because I'd love to know what happened, what's going on in the agency. How did they sort of identify that this wasn't a good fit for them? We know many entrepreneurs can make mistakes along the way, but I think sort of the solutions and the effort behind that can be something that's really, really important for the agency owner to absorb, right? Of course, you're going to make mistakes. This is a business. This is an agency. You're running it, with sometimes a lean team, often by yourself. So mistakes are being made. So I would love to even have that conversation. Like, what happened? What do you do in a business when things kind of don't go the way you plan, Taylor? What sort of is your go-to solution when these things happen?
Yeah, I think it's just understanding what the gaps were, right? Was it this person's experience, or was it your management style? Was it you
Right.
didn't know how to manage an account manager?
Right.
Because that is a whole different kettle of fish. And I think that most agency owners, the ones that talk to us at least, say, I've tried to hire this role and it didn't work out, or I didn't know how to manage an account manager, or, I didn't have the right training and processes and systems for said person. So I guess really understanding what the gap was, because maybe it wasn't the actual person, maybe it was the systems that you have, and identifying how you can fill those gaps as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And
Right.
don't expect to just go the cheap route, hiring somebody to be an account manager is a really big responsibility. And hiring somebody, like Katie said, right out of college, it's an amazing experience for said person. But for this agency, they had to train them up from the ground up, right? So a year and a half in, they're not seeing success. And it's okay, well, what were those gaps? And really kind of figuring out how to fill them.
Yeah, I love that reflection piece too. And it's probably so important for agency owners to do more often than maybe is happening. Certainly, I like to do that personally in my life too, like reflect, like, where did this go wrong? What is important in my business and how do I get to that goal? Is client account management something that I need? Obviously, that was the problem that they had to solve. So even understanding the weight of each role inside of your agency, right? Like, this is an important one. I'm losing clients. I'm losing revenue. I'm not going to have any work to even have a business anymore. So, that's a pretty important one. So I like that point too, Taylor, of like maybe prioritizing what's important in your agency. What do you need experts in the right seat for? And certainly client account management can be one of those seats.
So as you're listening to this, I hope that you remember that you as the agency owner are the expert in what you do. So own that and show your clients that, and find team members in your network who can help you fill in the other gaps. Thanks so much for listening in. We love chatting with agency owners. So come back here. We're going to be sharing all of our best tips and secrets and resources for you and your accounts team to allow you to grow.
Cheers to happy clients.